From actresses turned singer to inventive dance moves. Stay tuned to number 1 to find out the top 10 one-hit wonders and the artists that sang them. Number 10. Macy Gray. Sometimes a one-hit wonder is a person who mixes a unique sound with some good lyrics and ends up with something truly special. Such is the case with Macy Gray. Gray had a one-hit wonder with I Try, and it made her a big hit, even with a bunch of other people vying for the spotlight in those times. And while it wouldn't be fair to say that she was floundered since then, it is fair to say that she never really made it past the success of that first song. For example, can you think of another Macy Gray song other than I Try? Or how about 2 other songs? Ironically, she's actually still making music and has made 8 albums so far in her career. She even partnered up with Arianna Grande for a song, so clearly the lady is still respected in the music industry. She's also been an actress, sometimes playing herself in cameos or doing small bits in other productions. Still, her pinnacle was I Try, which isn't a bad thing as it went quadruple platinum, but it doesn't make her a legend in the music industry either. Number 9. Hoobastank. Never ever doubt the power of a song's lyrics when it speaks from the heart and shoots into the heart of people everywhere. This is the reason that Hoobastank, which if we're being honest here is really a stupid name for a band, had made a name for themselves with a song called The Reason. Long song short, it's about a guy who realizes that he needs to start over and be a better person, and it's all because of a girl that literally showed him the way and gave him a reason to be better. It's a powerful love story, and it made them a big name for a little while. Emphasis on a little while. For while The Reason was a big hit and is probably very recognizable even to this day, after that song kind of faded out and the new music came in, Hoobastank really didn't do much else in terms of impactful music. They still made music, and they're still making it now, but none of their songs or albums have even come close to what The Reason was like in terms of impact. Still, they're doing what they love, making music and doing concerts for fans, and you can bet that The Reason is played in every show. Number 8. Lou Bega. Before we learn about Lou and his one-hit wonder, take a moment to like this video and join the Zero to Hero community by using the buttons below. Don't forget to click that little notification bell too to make sure you always get notified of our newest videos. Let's be honest here. The reason why we like to talk about one-hit wonders is because their one-hits are so memorable. They are really good tracks for one reason or another, and it's weird that they never really had another hit. Such is the case with the one and only Lou Bega. His hit, Mambo No. 5, was actually a remake of an instrumental from 1949, believe it or not. But he put his own spin on it by using it to talk about the women in his life. Or his pretend women, to be more accurate. And it took off like nothing else. He was so popular that people were using the song in all kinds of ways. Heck, he even had a full Saturday appearance on Kids WB where he altered his song to talk about the characters on the shows. Then made original songs based on Pokemon. That's awesome. But sadly, all things come to an end. And while he is most definitely still known for Mambo No. 5, and you can still find him doing concerts, Lou Bega really hasn't done much since. Number 7. Fountains of Wayne. Let me guess, you don't know who this is, right? Well, let's say 2 words to you. Stacy's mom. Yep, you know who they are now, right? This group kinda came out of nowhere to deliver a new song that no one saw coming. For it wasn't about a guy loving a girl, it was a guy falling for a girl's mom. Which definitely reminds me of the series American Pie, but I'll move on. Anyway, Stacy's Mom was a big hit, and it was used all over the place, and had a weird music video to match. Sadly, unlike many of the artists on this list, Fountain of Wayne honestly didn't last that long after their one-hit wonder. The band tried to keep making music together, but eventually broke up. One is still in music, but not even close to the fame that they once had. Number 6. Toni Basil. Let it be known that you're never too old to make music, such as with Toni Basil. Ironically, she didn't start out as a singer, she was actually an actress and a choreographer. but eventually she came up with an ultra catchy song called Mickey. What's going on in your head now, isn't it? Basil knew how to take the song to the next level and even wore her own former cheerleader outfit for the music video to the song. Mickey was a major hit, and Basil was getting a lot of respect. So much respect that the track was put into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But that doesn't mean that she stayed in the business, because honestly, she didn't. She made music for a little while, but eventually went back to her original line of work of acting and choreography, which, for the record, it's not a bad choice either. However, what was a bad choice was when she tried to sue Disney for the use of the word Mickey. I hope you can see the flaw in that. Number 5. Right Said Fred. Here's another group that you might not recognize the name of at first, but if I say the song title, I'm Too Sexy, I bet a certain tune gets caught in your head. Yep, it's that group. And to their credit, they took what honestly should have been a bomb into one of the most popular songs in the world back in 1991. Here's the thing, this trio was based in London, so the song had to get popular there first, then make it overseas just to get even more popular. Not a lot of people get to do that. So what happened afterwards? Well, they still try to make music, but it never became as popular as I'm Too Sexy. However, they did have a big boost recently with the one and only Taylor Swift, who gave the group writing credit for Look What You Made Me Do. This song actually used part of I'm Too Sexy and gave the group another hit after nearly 2 decades, which they loved. They said, when we recorded Sexy, we didn't think it would last more than 6 months. So to be talking about it 26 years later and a star like Taylor using it and being influenced by it, it's really flattering. Absolutely flattering. Not bad for a one-hit wonder. Number 4. Daniel Powter. Because you had a bad day, you're taking one down. You sing a sad song just to turn it around. For many teenagers, Bad Day by Daniel Powter was the song of their current lives. It sang about how things weren't as fun as they used to be, how they wished it could be like before, and that sometimes life just sucks. It was that appeal that took the song to number 1 on the charts. The song has been used an infinite amount of times since, including being a recurring track on American Idol for 1 season, and being used by the NFL to talk about the down points of fantasy football. Sadly, Powter never had another big hit, but he's still making music, and he does tours with other bands all over the world. Number 3. Carl Douglas. What's that? You don't know the guy who made the legendary track Kung Fu Fighting? Shame on you. I'm just kidding. It's okay if you knew the song and not the singer. Carl Douglas was a Jamaican artist, and when he made Kung Fu Fighting, he didn't even mean for it to be a hit single. He expected it to be the B track on his album. But people just could not get enough of the hilarity and epicness of it all. So it became the very first Jamaican chart topper in the United States, and much of the world. Quite a feat. In fact, it sold 11 million records, a very impressive feat. But after that, despite having some success in the UK, Carl Douglas couldn't nail the kapow of his one-hit wonder. So he decided to make music behind the scenes and make a successful production company. Number 2. Los Del Rio. You may not know the name, but you know exactly what Los Del Rio did for the world. No, they didn't just sing a hit song. They created a dance movement that is still played to this day. That dance movement was the Macarena. Yep, this was the duo that made the song that the dance came from, and it took over the world in record time and gave the group a one-hit wonder for the ages. I mean, seriously, people play this at parties, at weddings, or just when they want to have fun. It's so simple, yet so good that it's hard not to dance to it, or at least want to dance to it. Anyone can learn it, and even if you don't know the lyrics precisely, you know, hey Macarena. After that hit though, Los Del Rio didn't do much. They had some collaborations, sure, but it wasn't close to the mega power that was the Macarena. Not to mention, they tried to remake the Macarena for a new hit, and it failed horribly. Number 1. Baha Men. Who let the dogs out? Who, 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 who. You have to be pretty epic with your one-hit wonder to top the Macarena. And Who Let the Dogs Out? Most definitely did that. One of the biggest hits of the 2000s, the Baha Men worked really hard to make sure that their one-hit wonder was one that everyone could get into, and they succeeded in that regard. The song was so popular and yet so clean and catchy that it spread all over. It was even used in the movie Rugrats in Paris, which ensures that people both young and old knew the song. To their credit, the Baha Men did a lot of songs afterwards, including takes on The Lion Sleeps Tonight, many of which got somewhat popular fame, and they still make music today. But for many, the Baha Men will always be known for asking the question about the canines. What are your favorite one-hit wonders? Let us know in the comments below, and take care.